Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Banger. All right, everybody. Man, it's good to see everybody here. Got in here a little late, so sorry about that. Man, the world is pumping. Glad you are here. So Cynthia, thank you. Bangarang Tribe, we are here. Hello, Bangarang Tribe. Miss Donna, glad you are here. Ellum, good to see you. Hope all is well. And we're just going to go through here a little bit and say hi to some people and find out what's going on. So, Deborah, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Everybody's saying hi. It's so cool and trying to see what's going on, you know. Oh, whose hubby's got a birthday? I just noticed that. So, and a grandson's birthday. Wow, birthday. Happy birthday to you, man, to everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what's going on here. Everybody's saying, I love when I come in, everybody's chatting and talking and everything else and finding out what's going on. I love it. That's our tribe, you know, means a lot. Means a lot. We'll find out what's going on here. And I know I kind of got behind on some stuff, didn't get it really posted today or whatnot, but that's okay. We knew everybody knew we were here or whatnot. So not everybody's really fully appreciated the time change. I can see that. But you know, maybe some of my out west folks are having a little bit of problem with it. We'll figure it out, and we'll see what's going on. So, you know, let's see what's happening. So tonight, as we finish up this Life Path Tarot course and finding out about things and what's going on, and we look at trauma in our lives, and we've discussed those paths along the way. You know, we've got right here, you know, who you're becoming. This is the next step. So those of you that are dealing with the trauma, that are having to work through this or whatnot, a lot of times we feel lost. We don't know where we're going or who we are. When you've been dealing with a narcissistic ex, whether it be male or female, you know, it's one of those things where, like I talked about, you need to know what your trauma is and properly diagnose it, because it changes the therapy, changes the treatment, and different ways of which to go. And some of this is talking about finding who you are. We've been browbeat into that we're dumb, we're stupid for years, okay, where we second guess ourselves. We lose what's going on around us. And this is part of, you know, of what's happening. So let's see. But so for right now, I'm going to ask Spirit, God, Mother. First, we say thank you for everything that you're doing for us, everything we've been given. I know this world's in a mess, but I know too, all I have to do is stop looking at it, look at you, and know you've got our back. So for that, we say thank you. Make sure tonight, as we settle in everything, that the words of you come through, that I open up, channel you, I hear you, and I'm comfortable in knowing that these words are yours, and keep mine out of it. Let me only speak the words that you need those to hear. Protect us, guide us, wrap your loving arms around us, and let's make this night a nice evening. So mote it be. All right, there we go. So what we're going to start with here, okay, is a reading for everybody, for the community. We're going to say, who am I becoming? What's the community becoming? Where do we need to know? What are the different things? So I like starting out reading for everybody, and then we can go in and look at some of this. Ellum, we'll get to you. Jazz, glad to see you. Be right there with everything, and we will get this started. So, Spirit, when we ask the question, who are we becoming? What's happening? And let's take a look at this real quick. Bring this up. Boom. All right. I'm going to go here. Bring this out here. I'm going to take a minute. I just need to chill. A lot of times when I'm reading for people, I want to teach people that it's okay to go, let's just slow down for a minute. Let's stop. We don't need to be in a hurry. This is serious. And let's see what's going on. So the first card out of the gate for tonight, who are we becoming? It's fine. We got the world here. The world is, oh, thank you, Spirit. It's a reminder that this world is yours. It's ours. It's mine. You get to make your world anything you want it to be using knowledge, using emotion, using the physical, using the spiritual, that flame, that desire, that passion, that drive, your willpower. All of this is exactly where we need to be. So the world is opening up for us when we start learning how to deal with our trauma, how to heal from it, and to let some things go. So this is what a great first card to start this evening with. That in who we are becoming has to do with how much we're willing to let go, how much we're willing to move forward and look up and understand that things are working for our better good. So keep your mind fresh and let's see what's going on. Wow, what a powerful beginning. Okay, we got to let the nightmares go. We got to let the worry about tomorrow go. This is it, the Nine of Swords, that fear of, well, I've been so messed up for so long, I don't want to make a mistake. And now I'm doubting myself because of what I've been through and what's happening. It's time to let that go. Okay? Guess what? Live for today. All right? Yes, we need to plan for tomorrow, but I want you to understand the fear is there. And a lot of times, and we need to have a little more patience with people that are dealing with some anxiety orders, with things like that, because of their trauma, what they've been through. Okay? When you get irritated, somebody's like, just make a decision already. All right? Even making little decisions can be harmful because you're worried about all the outcomes. Who's going to judge it? Who's going to say, oh my God, what if it fails? Guess what? It's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. And that's one of the first things you could do. And what Spirit is saying here is put this anxiety away. Just walk away from the anxiety and go, you know what? We're going to deal with today. We're going to look at today. Was today a rough day? Okay. I get to retry it tomorrow. Okay. Nothing is going to guarantee you no rough days, no bad days. Okay. And not everything is your fault. These are just things that happen. So let go of this anxiety, this fear, this stress about what's going to happen tomorrow. What are people going to think? Where am I at? You know what? If you're not taking long, hot showers with them, it doesn't matter. Let it go. Okay? Let it go. Find your authority. Who are we becoming? You're becoming stronger. You're able to see the end of the thing. Now start trusting yourself. It's learning to build that. Wow, I just got huge wave. Thank you, Spirit, of knowing that you are capable. You are power. If you claim Spirit, the universe, whatever that is to you, if you hold them tight, you truly believe, guess what? You've always got Spirit there to guard your back. The angels, your guide, things like that. Know your power. Start doubting yourself. And then finally, who we're becoming? The moon. We don't have to be afraid of the shadows anymore. Okay? We don't have to be worried about all the emotional little dragons coming up out of the water and dragging us back down. Let it go. Okay? This is about understanding your intuition. There are times you hear in your head, oh, this is silly. This is okay. It is. Let it go. And then old habits come in and start making us fear where we've been, our decisions we're making, or whatnot. You know what? Every path is not going to be super clear. All right. So you're going to have to use your intuition. Listen, get up in the morning, take some time, sit with Spirit, talk with Spirit, be vocal with Spirit. Okay. And start looking for Spirit, feeling Spirit, pull them close so you know, okay, Spirit's with me. He's here. She's here. They're here. It's all part of it. And call out to them and know that the light from the sun, which is set and is no longer visible, it's still shining off the moon and lighting some of the darkest night, giving you a way to walk. This is something very, very important. It's something we really need to know and to hang on to. So with that being said, there's our opening reading. Let's find out what's going on and see what's happening. So here we go. Let me bring that out. Oh, wrong one. Let me go here. I just want to bring that away. There we go. And let's find out what's going on. So is everybody having a good Monday? I hope you are. Okay. It's raining here, but it ain't as cold. It's like 50 right now. So that's huge for us. Okay. And this is something that's really good and really cool. And Gillian and I will be back in Florida in less than a month. So we're really looking forward to that. Really excited about that. Hey, while I'm here and before we get started, Ellen, I'll be right with you. One of the things to know is some of y'all saw the other night, Cynthia, I meant to get back with you on it. I forgot. It went really well. I put a thing out, but they didn't invite me until the last minute. But once a month, I'm being invited into the Elite Psychics. It's a panel about a pre-done subject, and they do it on Zoom. So people can come in, ask questions. You don't have to go on camera or anything else, but it's live, and we do it for an hour and a half. And it's one of those things where you can come in and ask questions, look, see what's happening. So you might see me start working a little more with the Elite Psychics and over there. And we're going to be doing some might be incorporating some meetings and different things onto the Elite Psychics. But the nice, cool thing is it will be on Zoom, so we can actually interact and you can get more opinions in one. The whole room doesn't open up, just the healers, the psychics, those type of things. They're there that Cassandra Van Zant has looked at and said, I want you to sit in and go with. And not everybody has the same idea. So look at that. Let's find out what's happening. So here we go. What is coming, the relationship between A and Anna in the near future? I don't predict the future, Ellen. I will tell you, matter of fact, if it's not for you, okay, I won't even read it because that's between the two of them. All right. Now, I understand your concern and things like that. All right. But what I want you to know is I don't believe it's right to meddle in other people's business without them telling me it's okay. All right. So the relationship, I would ask you, whichever one is your friend, whichever one you're the most tied to or whatnot, or are you man, I just got this. You don't have to tell me. All right. Or are you curious because you're looking at one of the other people? Okay. One of the things you can do if there's a relationship going, stay out of it. Don't meddle. All right. Don't wish for something to happen. That's bad karma. You are planting karma energy to come back on that thing. So when I say I'm not going to answer that, it's not out of being upset or mad or anything. I understand. All right. But I'm just not going to read another couple that I don't know what they want to do. If you want your friend of this couple to come in, and if you want the whole couple to come in, both people, all right, I will be glad to read both of them, but I need them to tell me to do it. Okay. Plus, I don't believe the future is set. Anything we discuss here today could change by the end of the evening. Okay. Because if somebody does something wrong, if somebody does something right, or somebody makes a wrong decision, we can shift our paths. So you need to understand that. Okay. Be careful. I want you to have a good time and a good life. All right. Wish them both the best for each one individually. Say a prayer for them, not that they come together, but they find happiness. I used to tell people when I was doing marriage counseling and couples counseling, and it shocked people. I would tell them when they came in, guess what? It's not on me to make you happy, to save your marriage. And they'd be like, what? It's on you. Okay. My job is to make sure that each of you find your happiness. Hopefully it's together, but sometimes it's not. Okay. So how do we make that work? So this is one thing I want you to remember. Okay. Why is each one in each other's life? How did they get there? Are they supposed to be? These are things they have to find out. And all you can do right now is to be there and support them. If somebody jumps in and wants to meddle in this, I would run, 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 run. Okay. Because they don't have their best interest at heart. They've got yours. And when we're talking about a couple, the couple's interest, all these people, their own individual spaces, those need to have whatever's best for them, whether it's each other or not. Okay. So, Banger, I hope you understand that. Let me know. Keep me posted. If you have somebody or want somebody to come in, I will be glad to find out what's going on. All right. So, Jazz, hi, Rev. Am I on the right life path? Let's find out. Okay. That's a yes or no question. So I'm going to do something here real quick. I don't know why I was told to do this. All right. But so I'm actually, people have asked me, I always keep my cards where when they come up right side up. I'm going to take half the deck, okay, right here, and I'm going to flip it over. All right. And then I'm going to count out 5 cards. And we're going to look at what comes up reversed versus what is upright. So, Spirit, we're asking, Jazz wants to make sure she's on the right path. All right. Let us know what's going on. Is she on the right path? Let's talk about that. Let's find it out. And let's see what's going on. That's a yes or no question. All right. And if that's the right path, let's then even ask, who are you becoming? Our theme for tonight or whatnot. So here we go. I'm going to bring this up. Oop, let me bring this back in, bring this back up. So our first card right out of the gate. There's a reverse card. All right. There's 1 reverse. There's 2 reverses. There's 3 reverses. 1 upright, 2 upright. Now then, what this tells me as far as yes or no, I would say predominantly there's something you're missing. Okay. Don't know exactly what that is yet. All right. But if we ask the question, this is one method of understanding of how to use these for tarot cards for yes or no. And I don't know why. Normally I just grab my pendulum, but something told me tonight to go here. So what we're going to do, though, is look at these cards. So what I'm seeing here in the cards and the cards that came up, no, okay, doesn't mean everything's wrong, okay? Just mean you might need to back up, look, replan, check the map, do whatever, okay? But I've got fortitude. And what I'm seeing here is because we have 3 and 2, I'm looking at this very simply. We got to be chill. We got to calm down. And what I see is there's too much baggage. All right. Is there something you need to let go of or that you're working on letting go of? And until you release that, you cannot charge ahead full steam into where you want to go. So that's what I'm seeing is that there's something you're carrying around here it's kind of getting in the way. We got to release it so you can move forward. In that, we have temperance. In everything, there needs to be balance. Even when we're looking at doing something that we feel might be life-changing or whatnot, we still have to take the time for balance. We still have to take the time to look at what's going on and making sure everything is fulfilled in what we're doing. I do see Ace of Coins. What I see here is, so you're getting the right balance, okay? Ace of Coins is telling me there might be some new resources coming your way that might help this out, make things move on, or different things like that. But something real is coming that you're going to be able to see and be able to actually move on. So what are you becoming? Let's look at things this way. All right. In the theme of tonight, Jazz, what is Jazz becoming? What does she need to know about this? All right, here we go. Let's see what's happening. There we are. All right. Now, I'm not going to read the reverse. You know what? What we have here is the 4 of Wands. You're becoming a helper. You're becoming somebody that's helping people or helping someone find their happiness, their joy, find that new base of a desire. Do you have it set in your head what you want to do, where you want to go? Because this is a good sign, okay? That you're becoming someone that celebrates, not looks down, gets involved in negativity, that you're excited, you help people build things, you're going to help people. This is awesome. So there might just needs to be something you need to do that just helps it shift, and then you're going to be able to reach your goal of what you're trying to do. So everybody needs a little help, everybody needs a little push. We've got that going. Okay. So I'm not taking that as a total no. I'm taking that as there's still some adjustments that's got to be made. Let me know if that makes any sense to you. All right. Wow. Bangarang. Love to help you on that. Thank you for doing that. Folks, thank you for allowing me into your life and allowing me to be able to do this and help people and things like that. I really appreciate it. Okay. I don't ever want anybody to think that I don't fully appreciate the trust that goes in here. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. Let's take care of this one. Donna, Tribe, please send prayers to my dog Willow. She hurt her knee last week. We are doing x-rays on Thursday. Hopefully, prayerfully, and praying that she doesn't need surgery. Y'all know what we're fixing to do. Okay. Everybody breathe in. Everybody just take a deep breath in through their nose. Hold it for a minute. Out through your mouth. Picture this healing and loving energy with every breath coming down and coming into you from above. Let it go. Now, as you're forming this chi ball, start moving. Feel the energy coming into your body and flowing, and start feeling, and you'll feel the energy starting to form as you bring your hands together. You'll actually feel the pressure. Now, we're going to do that again. Deep breath, but this time, imagine this beautiful, loving energy from below meeting with the energy from above, right within our chest, right within our heart. So here we go. Spirit, Raphael, angels. We're going to send this energy out. We're going to send this energy out to Willow for healing. We're going to send this energy out to Donna so she can find comfort in whatever needs to be done and know exactly what needs to happen. Father, God, Mother, universe. Again, we say thank you. But right now, someone needs your guidance. Someone needs your healing hands. We need Raphael to come down with healing power and grace, of your healing power and grace, and to anoint these people with your love. We're going to send this energy out right now, right to Donna and right to Willow. Here we go. So mote it be. Donna, just sit for a minute. If you feel it wash over you, just enjoy it, listen to it, hug. I'm getting a picture of somebody. It's either Raphael or an angel is there, and you might feel something, might be on the left side of your cheek and your ear. They're speaking to you that all is okay. No matter what's going on, all is okay. You're surrounded. Okay? Let me know what's going on. Wow. So mote it be. Bangarang. Okay. What do we got here? Oh, Jennifer would love an updated reading. Thank you. You got it. I'm going to say something, and only my older people will remember. You got it. Toyota. All right. Bringing back old memories of commercials and things like that. So here we go. Jennifer would love an updated reading. Let's find out what's going on for Jennifer. Oh, Spirit, Jennifer wants an updated reading. Let's find out what you need Jennifer to know. I'm asking you to speak to Jennifer and let Jennifer know exactly what she needs to hear, and let's find out. All right, so here we go. I'm going to bring this over here. I've got the Ace of Swords. Okay. Now, since I mixed them up, we're going to go ahead and read these reversed. The Ace of Swords is telling you to look within yourself. All right. And that what's going on, you may be blocking new thought, new ways of thinking, new ways of communicating. That's what's going on. Okay. That we're blocking some ways of looking because we might be hanging on to something, or we're letting our brain take over. All right. And not fully release, not fully come through or whatnot. Folks, bad things happen and you're never going to forget them. I hate the word closure. I hate all this different stuff that people do. It never goes away. Grief or heartache, heartburn, but we cope with it. We learn to live with it. And that's what I'm seeing here, Jennifer, is a need. Something may have gotten under your skin, may have gotten in your head a little bit, and that's okay. It happens. All right. But take some time. There's something that's blocking that and finding out what's going on. Here we have, is there hesitation that's going on? Is this what you're finding? Because what I'm really picking up here is we're not fully engaged in moving forward. Okay. There might be something, but you're a little afraid to pull the trigger. Okay. And some of this is coming from this second guessing yourself, maybe trauma that has been done or something that's happened like this, where you're second guessing your own power, your own strength, your own wisdom. Listen to your intuition, listen to Spirit. Spirit is there for you. And finally, this is all what's going on. You are capable of manifesting the world for yourself. All right. But it's something that's blocking it, that's not letting it happen. Okay. To be able, because of this, whatever needs to be released, that is what's happening that keeps us and keeps you from moving forward and getting the goal. Sometimes it's like we get so doubtful about things, or we start second guessing ourselves. So we hold back. Okay. Or is there something going on that's making you second guess what you're doing and you need to find out? Maybe it's time to have some prayer time. Okay. Meditation time, and be able to clear your mind and listen to what's going on. Okay. So, wow. Bangarang. All right. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's remove this. I'm going to separate these out. Find out what's going on. Yachty, how are you? Good to see you. Cynthia, Rev Rob, what does Spirit want me to know about who I am becoming, the next stage of my life? That's a great question. So let's go here. All right. Cynthia wants to know what Spirit wants her to know about who she's becoming, the next stage of life. And I just got told I'm not going to read these. Yeah, I am. I'm going to read them. We'll see what's happening or whatnot. Because every reverse card is not necessarily a negative card. All right. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Spirit. Cynthia wants to know about who she's becoming. Okay. And the next stages of her life. So let's see what's happening here. What do we get here? And I'm being told we're going to go here. I'm going to go right into this. And there we go. So we got 3 reverse cards. Okay. What's happening is, but you're not quite there yet. Are you trying to take a little too much control and not letting Spirit guide? Maybe it's are you having a problems releasing control? Okay. And in that, being able to set proper boundaries. This is what's going on. Are we letting things of our heart kind of overpower the things of what we know we need to get done or we need to do? Now we have the Hermit. Okay. You're a very independent woman. So I don't take this as a lack of independence at all, but I take it as a possible doubt in yourself. Okay. You are trying to become this powerful driving force, okay, of Spirit, all right, and knowledge, the Hermit, okay. And the Hermit is a great thing. You want to be a guide and things like this, but you're not able to quite grasp what's going on yet. And I think some of that has to do with second guessing yourself. I'm seeing this as you want to be able to guide people and show them the way, or even know that for yourself. But you're holding back because you having doubts yourself about where to go. This is going to mean you need just some more inner work. Okay. That's all. And then, is there something in your life that you know you're hanging in onto, but you haven't walked away from yet? Okay. These could be the three key factors that are keeping you kind of in the dark. All right. Because you never have a clear mind or clear conscience about it. It's a clear conscience. You have nothing to be guilty of or anything. That's not what I'm talking about. But that being able to sit down and just be like, all's right in the world. Spirit and I are pals. We're buddies. We're friends. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here and what's going on there. Now, once you get all of that under control and we get through this, you're going to be able to start marching forward. And this is the Knight of Cups. This is going to be about bringing love and caring and understanding, bringing emotional satisfaction. It also means that there will be some more people coming to your aid, maybe like a knight in shining armor, that will help you along your path and be able to say, oh, it's nice to have somebody or someone there believes what I do and that I can bounce ideas off of and be in that good a place. So what we have here is I'm really getting this as like there's some drama going on that it's hard for you not to get involved in, but you may need to let the parties involved handle this on their own and be there to comfort and support. Let me know what that means, everything that's going, but this is definitely the Five of Wands, which is that spirit, that drive, that will. And what's happening is you might be getting sucked in some other people's stuff. All right. So not always do healers become arbitrators. I don't know why I was told to tell you that. Okay. Healing and helping you move on does not necessarily mean you need to arbitrate. If you do feel like you're in the position to arbitrate, remember what I said at the beginning of the show. It's not my responsibility to heal your wounds. It's my responsibility to show you the path. And whether you choose it or not, that's it. Okay. Be that guide to step in and go, you know what? I have helped people. I know this sounds bad. Get divorced in a counseling and in therapy. They're going at it. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever goes. I see people not doing exercises. I give them different sides. And this has happened on both sides of a relationship. Okay. And at some point, I will look at somebody and have actually recall one or two where I went, will you ever trust this other person again? No. Then what are we doing? It's time to bite the bullet. Okay. Now, does this mean you always have to hate him or her? No, it does not. Because the children or the grandkids or coworkers in this case, all right, we still need that connection and to be able to get along. Sometimes when you go into an argument, don't go in preloaded with who's right, who's wrong, or help them find their own answer and then back up and get out of it. Okay? I think y'all need to talk about this in a little different manner. Okay? Be that leader and you will be able to walk people around and get them out and make sure they're happy. And then you're going to be rich. Happiness, joy, all the things you're looking for. Once we get these things squared away, they will come to you. Okay? They will happen for you. Just know what you're doing. And again, you need to be constantly in contact with spirit, asking spirit's opinion. And people like you and me, as strong as willed as we are, sometimes we got to be willing to put our own self aside and say, Spirit, what are you telling me? Because there are times spirit tells me something I don't like. Okay. I'm like, well, no, that doesn't mean that. Okay. And so that's what I'm seeing there. Okay. So let me know. I'd love to work with you some more and understand that. And if I'm ever doing this and I'm completely off base, it's okay. It's hard to do this when I'm not sitting across to somebody picking up their energy. It's okay, but let me know. Send me an email, text me, and let me know, that didn't make much sense to me. Okay. Maybe tomorrow it will. Maybe it was for somebody else in the audience. Okay. Some of that happens a lot. All right. And that's what you need to know. So take it, digest it, then ask spirit for it. All right. But I don't mind you telling me, yeah, all that seemed kind of off base. I'm good with that. All right. So here we go. Yachty. Hey, Rev Rob, how are you? I pray you are well. What does spirit want me to know about who I am becoming? All right. Great question. Here we go. I am good. Thank you. Thursday, I finally get this tooth pulled. What's been hurting so much is, unbeknownst to me, there was a huge infection. I've been on antibiotics now for about a week and a half, if not longer. Gillian would know more than I do. And so if some of y'all pick up I'm a little bit off, it's just, it plays with my stomach, plays with my head, different things like that. So that's why I really went into earnest about the prayer, was to make sure that I was seeing things clearly and knowing what to do. Okay. So Yachty, here we go. Who is Yachty becoming? Okay. Here we are. Okay. Yachty. Let's see what's happening here. Happiness, joy, memories. Things are playing a part. One of the things I want you to know is that sometimes this can come as a caution, but this time, since I have the deck split, this is saying if you're starting to feel stressed, you're starting to feel overworked, stop. Some good things from your childhood can come back, and things you might need to remember. People. This is also saying go back to a time when things weren't so hectic. A lot of people right now are feeling that, oh my God, life sucks. Everything's moving. I can't slow down. All right. This also could mean somebody is coming, and you got somebody from your past that is going to come talk to you, and y'all may be doing something together. Okay. So we've got here the Knight, the Six of Wands, victory, driving through that heart. So thinking about somebody, thinking about people from your past that would guide you. Let's sit down. What I'm really hearing is, okay, let your guides speak to you. All right. Think about somebody from the past that we would often ask for advice, things like that. Let them come to you. And through this, you're going to find victory. And that's what's going to lead forward. You're kind of stuck in a rut. Okay. That's what this is saying. And you need to make sure eventually you've established a good base, but you got to get up and move. What are you doing to bring about where you want to go? All right. That's going to be huge. There's definitely movement involved here. The Eight of Wands, that's always about movement. And I want you to understand. So if you're looking at moving or something's going on, you might need a location change or something. Okay. So let's see how all that plays out and find out what's going on. Not letting go of something in the past, or there's something that you're holding on to, is blocking you from being able to let go and to move forward. Does that make sense? That's what I'm hearing. So there's something you've got going, but there's something that's blocking you from moving forward and letting some things go. And what I'm seeing here, we got the Tower. What I'm seeing here is actually that things are changing. Okay. The Tower, and you're fighting the change. All right. You're blocking allowing things to change so you can move forward and become what you need to be. I feel like a little fear may be in the way. All right. Let me know. Wow. Banger. Okay. All right. It's a little different tonight, huh, everybody? All right. Let's see what's going on. All right. Separating these cards out. Everybody remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share. That's what I need for some help. Okay. I'm looking at the calendar here. And Grace, we're going to come right to you right now. In the calendar. Let me see. March 23rd. Yeah, there we go. Next week is going to be my last Monday for a while, because we're going to be moving, things like that. I got to tear all this down and I don't want to come in. I'll be on with Bridget, okay, on Wednesday nights for a little bit, because I don't need all my color and everything else. I'll be on my laptop, and especially when we just talk and shoot the breeze, I love those conversations. All right. So Wednesday night, again, we'll see what's going on and find out what's happening. But Miss Grace, all right, here we go. Boom. Let's click here. May I please ask, Rob, as it was my birthday the other week, happy birthday to you. I would like to know what Spirit needs me to hear or know with what is ahead for me. Thank you. What is ahead for you is what you make it. All right. I don't believe that everybody has a predicted path, plan, or whatnot. Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? What are you doing to get there? Spirit will bump us and move us in the direction if they think it's harmful, but are we willing to listen? So, Grace, we're going to ask that question. Grace wants to know what you need her to know, Spirit, okay? And she needs to hear about what's ahead for her. So, here we go. I'm going to bring this up, bring this over. All right, and boom. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring that down, Grace, so I can pull the cards on the table. All right, let's see what happens. All right, Grace. All right. The Chariot. What I'm picking up right now, I am going to put that back up because it helps me read, okay? What I am picking up right now, it's important for you to keep moving forward, okay? And focus is going to be key. The Chariot is about staying focused. This is a very subtle card, and you being in control of where you go. But in other decks, it's very powerful. You'll have a black lion and a tiger, or opposing forces, a black horse and a white horse, and they're trying to pull against each other. It's up to you to bring those reins in, and you make sure you're heading down the path you need. All right. This is going to be very important for you, as I feel like you're fixing to make a breakthrough and trying to bring something in. All right. It's focus. Focus is the number one thing. Be careful about being complacent. This is the Four of Cups, and I call this complacency. This is my complacency card, where, see how he's sitting here, kind of ho-hum. He's had things fairly good. Things are all right, okay? And he feels safe where he's at, so he becomes complacent because he doesn't want to break free and move forward, all right? But in the back, there's this beautiful white horse, okay, that he doesn't even see. That's his, all right? But he's got to get up and look, go off the solid foundation into the woods to find it, okay? And he'll see it when he goes. You know, was there some betrayal? Is there some betrayal? You know what Spirit needs me to hear, or know with what is ahead for me, okay? You might be, there's something that's going to come to an end. The Ten of Swords things are coming in, and you might feel like somebody stabbed you in the back, all right? So I want you to be ready for it. Don't go on defense of it, all right? But understand, use your knowledge, use your talk with Spirit, understand what's happening so you can be ready and see it coming and possibly divert it. Again, it's not listed in stone what you can do, okay? So the King of Coins is here talking about you taking control, okay, of your world, of your real world. People are in that world. Work is in this world. Your car, all of these things, your happiness, your relationships. But you need to take control, okay, and understand, use that masculine spirit. There may be even a masculine, a male, an older male coming in to help you figure some things out so you can move forward, who's giving you advice. And then finally, that's what's going on. There's something that you're blocking because you're stuck in something in the past that's not letting death fully roll through and replace. You might be trying to hold on to something is what I'm getting. Okay. That's meant to be let go of so something new can come in its place. A lot of us, we go into this whole feeling of feeling like, no, I don't want things to change. I don't want things to happen. I want to keep going. And then we wonder why we're not moving forward. This very well could be the case, and we'll find out. Now, here we've got the Ace of Swords, and it came upside down. So the Ace of Swords means new thoughts, new ways of thinking are being blocked. All right. I'm seeing this as an internal thing for you, that this is pointing to you saying you've got to let go of old ways of thinking and new ways and bring new ways in. Start looking at things in a different light, change your perspective. Things will change. You can't block them. And these changes are showing to you for good. You might actually have some money coming in. A lot of times that's what this card talks about, the wealth, the wheel of fortune. But everything changes. As much as we want to hang on to it, sometimes by hanging on to it, we're blocking those things. So there are things out there that are for you, that are intended to be for you, but you have to make sure, okay, that you're doing what you need to do to bring them in. Does that make sense? All right. Does that make sense? Let me know. All right, going to do these. And folks, in a minute, I don't know if I'm going to get to everybody here. I was trying, but I may have to call this soon. Antibiotics are taking effect. Let's put it that way. And I don't want to rush through anybody's reading. So, we'll go here. We're going to go Donna. I'm going to go here. Let's see what we've got. We'll see what happens, and let's go. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to clear my mind. Spirit, come in. You know what's going on. I don't want to cheat anybody on a reading. Okay? All right. Thank you, Rev Robin Spirit. I thank you all for the healing energy. I had my hand on Willow's knee. I felt the energy and did feel and see Raphael. Yes, between Willow and I. Wow. Banger. That is just so awesome, Donna. I am glad to hear it. All right. You keep me posted. You know how to get hold of me. Let me know what's going on, and we will pray again if we need to. Okay. So let's find out what's happening. All right, Erica, good to see you. Hi, does Spirit have any messages for me? Let's take a quick look. All right. How have you been? How have you been? All right. Erica Williams. All right. Let's see what's going on here. I'm getting a message and I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I stopped shuffling all of a sudden. All right. Let's get over here. All right. I'm getting something, but Spirit, it's not clear. It's not clear. Erica, I just got a dog or something. I don't know. I don't know why. All right. Have you felt something like rubber on your legs? Is there something going on? I feel like either it's a spirit animal, okay, that is, whenever I see the dog as a spirit animal, and I don't get those a lot, but here I am, because I can't put a thing to it. Actually, almost looks like a bird dog, one of the black and white, like a walker or a pointer, something like that. I don't know, but that could be one of my guides trying to talk. And that generally talks to me about loyalty, okay? And loyalty being very, very real and powerful and needed. And if you're having questions, okay, it's okay to question that. All right. Make sure you've got the right people around you is one of the things I'm picking up. And let's see what happens here. Let's go ahead and do the reading on this. All right. Let's see what's happening. All right. Erica. All right, Spirit, help me with Erica here. Spirit, have any messages? I know you do. All right. All right. This is talking about breaking free. You're about to break free from some old stress, some things like that. And this is very important. Notice now, this is a card that's normally like, oh, don't be stressed and all this stuff or whatnot. And card is saying there's something you've brought in closure to that you need to open your eyes, okay? Because once you do that, all right, the stress is going to be released. So I believe you're about to, what I'm getting here is you're going to be relieved of some stress and start being able to look to the future more, okay? Or it's something from the past you're fixing to cut loose and you're ready to do that, okay? The 8 of 8 is always about movement, okay? So you're ready to move on, let some things go. One of the things I've got here, the King of Wands. This is that drive, that passion, the fire. What do you want to do? This card here, something I really feel like you might be being blocked. Your energy to overcome, adapt, move forward, power. You might have some trauma. I don't want to get too personal. Is there trauma from somebody, a male, in your past? You don't have to answer it here, okay? Shoot me an email, but I'd love to hear more about it, okay? That may have taught you, okay? And you're trying to kind of lost and you're ready to find your way. You're ready to do it. And that is available. These things are happening. It is time to learn that you're going to be able to start new. Don't let fear get in your way. All right. There is something you need to go. And notice here, after what came from these cards and what I said, the Fool. And the only thing he's taking with him on this massive journey fits in that little pack. He's not carrying a bunch of stuff from his past with him. He's doing that. He's ready to move forward. He's ready to move into the future. He's ready to see what's happening. And so, guess what? He's not taking a bunch of stuff with him. All right. And that's how he's going to be able to see and move forward. You know, we have the Page of Swords. One of the things I see here is you're overstudying it. You're analyzing the crap out of something. Okay. Stop over analyzing. You and me both could use therapy for that. Okay. But you're starting to second guess everything that happens, particularly with, I feel like this, particularly with one person. Okay. And it's time to let that stop. All right. If you're having to second guess everything, that person doesn't necessarily need to be in your life. All right. Now, the Queen of Wands, that independence. This is what you're looking for. It actually came upside down. So you're searching for that independence. You're searching for that, the light, the shine, everything to come. All right. Once you do all this, this will move. You'll be able to understand it. And it is within your grasp, Erica, to find that freedom, the independence, and to be that strong woman that you know you are. Okay. What does she need to do? How do we need to go through with this? And guess what? There might be some old baggage from an old relationship, current relationship, and it might not even be a romantic relationship, work relationship, parental relationship, friendship, something like that. Okay. There's some of that. We're blocking different things. And what I really am getting is fear is in the way. Okay. And it's keeping you from achieving, but Spirit wants you to have it. Okay. Does that make any sense? I hope so. Because sometimes when I'm saying this stuff here, I'm like, all I can tell you is what I heard. Okay. And what the Spirit gave me in the cards. So, wow. Bangarang. All right. Blessings. See, we made it. All right. Blessings. You're going to be my last person tonight. I'm going to mix these cards up again a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to split them one more time. Put that there. There we go. All right. Hey, does Spirit have any messages for me? Erica? Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Erica, you know, I always say that, let's find out. That's one of my things I just repeat habitually while I'm shuffling. Spirit always has a message. All right. Spirit always has a message for each and every one of us. Do we want to listen? Do we want to take time to sit, be still, and listen? Let's find out. Okay. So here we go for the last one, and let's find out what's going on here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see what Spirit has to say. All right. One thing about this is make sure, I want you to understand this came in the upright position. So this is saying this is about being organized. All right. What I'm really picking up here is about you making sure you stay organized. But you might have somebody of power trying to tell you something, and they have their faults. Okay. They're not completely successful. Also, what just came in like a wave was somebody that you might not see as successful might be giving you some advice that you might want to listen to. Remember, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So listen to this message. What I'm really feeling is Spirit has messages for you, but we're not totally in connection with Spirit to hear them, or there is somebody that you don't trust that we're not listening to, and you need to listen. Somebody is going to give you this. Don't get too far away from center. Remember, rituals work, things happen. Stick to the basics until Spirit guides you not to stick to those basics anymore. We have the Knight of Swords, all right? And what this is saying is you have to be careful. Your brain will go so far, okay? And it will, oh, let me bring this back up. I'm sorry, I didn't move it off of that. It will take you so far, okay, that we forget everything else, okay? We forget to pay attention to what's going on. So for you, and I see like 6, what's coming towards me, which I don't know, and overall guidance, all right? So there is somebody trying to give you some advice, all right? There is somebody, I want you to be careful about running over. The Knight of Swords, when it comes reverse, can be a bad thing, about charging into something head first, all right? And this is what I'm really picking up is there's some advice out there for you. You really need to hear and listen to. Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it is good, okay? So take that moment. Let's find out. And then we have Ace of Coins, new resources. Things are coming available. You don't have to make a split decision. I have one rule in my life, and I've made it this my rule, and I still live by it, okay? When I'm talking to somebody and like it's now or never, nice to know it's never. If I cannot have time to pray, think about my decisions, think about things that come through, that's a key for me, all right? But what you've got here is some things are trying to come to you and let you know, get calm, get on. You've got resources trying to come your way. And I think you might have somebody trying that's in authority that might be trying to give you some advice. And their advice might be being slow down. And that's what this guy's saying. Slow down, okay? Don't be in such a hurry. Check, read between the lines, cross the T's, dot the I's, all that kind of thing. Remember, ultimately, the decision's yours. It's all on you. The maid showed up tonight, the magician. And you have to remember, that means listen to what's going on, find out what's happening, but listen deep down inside. Remember, ultimately, all the decisions and everything, you can create your own magic, your own world, your own universe. All right? This is very important. This is the beginning. I feel like something new is coming your way. All right? And you just have to be careful about rushing in and making too quick a decision. All right? Stick to your guns, stick to the basics, and understand that sometimes the old ways are the best ways. Okay? Exactly it. New things are coming. Be patient. And remember, take them as it come. You can create this. It's your moves, it's your world. You get to do it. You know, you're not, if you've been afraid of, all of a sudden I got the feeling with the upside down 5 of cups, you're like blocking help. Somebody's giving you its advice and you don't want to listen to it, all right, or whatnot. Help is there. You just got to listen to it. And what I'm really picking up from Spirit is somebody's giving you some advice that you really might need to listen to. Then, once you have all the answers, it'll be time to move on it. Okay? Notice, he's not just hurling, all right? He's in a stance. He's taking aim, all right? So whenever this thing is ready to move on, have a plan, know what's going on, and that is going to be what moves you through. Okay? Wow. Bangarang. All right, everybody. Bangarang. Glad you were here. Remember, Wednesday night, I think we're doing 8 o'clock again. I'm not sure with Bridget. All right. And on Eyes the Dragonfly, I'm looking forward to it and finding out what's going on. So, with all that being said, everybody remember, number one, I could use your prayers. Gillian could use your prayers. We've got a lot going on. All right. And nothing bad, but we've got a lot of decisions we have to make. Okay. About different things. Y'all know what it's like to move to a whole different state, different things like that. So even as far as me looking at, okay, do I keep trying to do shows, things like that? Do I keep doing readings? I don't want to do something where I've got too much other stuff on my mind. That's not fair to you, and you would not want me to do that. So I'm going to let you know different things like that. We'll keep you posted. Y'all keep me posted, all right, of what's going on. But as I always say, take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Banger.